Yes, we know the details of the framework. They're just coming in, really. We also know that Iran's economic sanctions, was a major sticking point. So how was this ironed out?
Well, Mark, this is a point that Iran's foreign minister was optimistic on, as EU nations and the U.S. have agreed to lift sanctions in phases after the UN confirms that Iran is complying with its promises. Now, Tehran has made a number of promises, including pushing back, or rather reducing, its uranium enrichment capacity, and economic sanctions will snap back if those the level of those agreements are found to have not been followed. Iran will reduce its installed centrifuge, and of course we will be following the details of that agreement as they come in as well.